Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kenya and this is Can Be Created, where your dreams can be created. So today I'm going to show you guys how to create this beautiful hoodie step by step using the Silhouette Studio, and we're going to be using two types of HTV, but 3 different colors. So we're going to be using smooth HTV and the colors red and white, and we're going to be using gold glitter HTV. It's not layering that we're doing, but it is 3 different colors, and it's kind of fun to see how we use the colors to get this end product, you know? So I'm excited to show you guys, and let's just get started. Come, let's go guys. So we're going to gather our tools and materials. The die cutter that I use is the Silhouette Cameo. I've been using it for quite a few years now, and that's just what I'm accustomed to. I also use the Silhouette Studio for my designs. So I open up my files and I look for the file that I'm looking for, which is the Football Mom file. So what I do is make a copy of the file so that I have a template and so that I have one that I can play with. The first thing I also do is size it to the size that I want it to be so that everything is proportional. So when I ungroup it, I'm not like, you know, mixing and matching sizes because I already ungrouped it. So first thing you do is get it to the size that you want. Once it's the size that you want and you're satisfied with it, then that's when you can start ungrouping and you can start cutting by color. So I'm going to separate the white off the screen and I'm going to take the red off the screen as well. So now I'm just left with gold, and what I do is I group it all together. And once I group it all together, I am able to just move it as one big piece. You see that? And then I am also able to flip it horizontally or mirror it so that I am able to cut it. Now I'm going to take my gold glitter HTV and cut it to size. I know what size to cut it to based on the program. The cutting mat in the program, it shows you an example of a cutting mat and it shows you the size that you need based on your design. So that's how I know where to cut it. And I use my little squeegee thing to smooth it out, and I put tape on the cutting mat because my mat is no longer sticky and I do not want to buy a new mat. So yep, tape works fine. And then I cut it out. So after cutting out my first design, this client actually wants a custom order for their son. So the name is Christian. I'm going to spell out Christian and the 24 in the back. This is for the back side of the hoodie. And I'm going to size it to the size that I need it to be. I also have his jersey number on there. And same thing, I just size it to the size that I need it to be. I looked at the hoodie and I took the measurements, and that's how I know what size I need it to be on the cutting mat. And again, I take the design and I flip it or I mirror it so that it can cut out in mirror form. Make sure you pick the correct media that you're using in the Dropbox option. Essentially, you do the same thing for each color. So I did the same thing with the white HTV. I lined it up and I flipped it horizontally so that it cuts out correctly with the other shapes that I've already cut out. And same thing with the red heart. I bring it to my cutting mat and I flip it horizontally and I cut it out. The next thing that you're going to want to do is to weed out your design. Take your time. Bigger designs are easier to weed than smaller designs. Glitter is hard to see, so I had to hold it up to the light a lot in order for me to see the cuts. And I also cut twice to make sure that it actually goes through. Next, I'm going to set my heat press to 320 degrees for 30 seconds. And please refer to the brand of HTV that you're using because they're not all made the same. Some are cold peels, some are hot peels, some temperatures vary, so please refer to that. I also preheat my hoodie just to make sure that my design sticks nicely on there. I go over it with the lint roller. Hair loves to get stuck under these designs, so it is very useful to have a lint roller handy. I use my heat transfer tape to keep my design in place, and I place my hoodie under the heat press. You have to be very careful because the hoodie has strings and it has a hood, so you want to move these things out of the way so that it doesn't like leave an indentation or ruin your work or your design. I also put my Teflon pillow in there because that also helps to leave no marks or no indentations in the design. This vinyl is actually a hot peel vinyl, so as soon as it comes out, I can peel it right off, and then I could just move on to my next color. So now we have our white, and I'm going to place it nicely and strategically. You know, I cut out the plastic, the carrier sheet around it, because that too can leave a mark on the design that's already there. I mean, with the glitter, it's fine because you can't really see an indentation with that, but I did make a mistake with the white, and I will show you how I fixed that. But yeah, definitely cut around the extra piece so it doesn't ruin what you've already laid down. And once you've made sure your design is secure and in place, then you bring it right over to the heat press again and you apply heat yet again. The white vinyl is also a hot peel, so it easily comes off. Everything looks like it's coming along nicely, and the vision seems like it's coming to life. The thing about this is hair everywhere. Every time you turn around, I get hair. So make sure you have your lint roller ready. So now I take my red and I cut out the extra carrier sheet so it doesn't overlap onto the white and ruin the white design. Because sometimes like stains or like the tint from the previous color will get on to the whites, so you have to be very careful with the whites, and I'll show you in just a second why. And as you can see, my white crisp M isn't white and crisp anymore. So I have to fix that. And by doing that, I just cut out my M's again. And I strategically place it over the ones that are already there so that the stain doesn't show. And if you see, I messed up on one of the M's, the one towards the left. And I pressed it on anyway, hoping that there wouldn't be a major difference, but there definitely is, and I can't give that to my customer like that. So here I am again, cutting it out so that I make sure that it is top tier. It's a top tier product that I'm giving out. I kept the carrier sheet on the other M so that when I press it again, it does not get stained. So I just left it there. So now I'm pressing it yet again, and once I press it and it pops back up, it's nice and clean. Look at that, all white. And now we'll get started on the back of the hoodie. I actually cut the Christian in the 24 because I just wanted a little bit more space in between the two. And I used my T-liner tool in order to make sure that my design is lined up correctly and straight on my material. And then we're headed off to the heat press. I actually pressed this upside down first. The hood was in the way, it made it a little difficult, so it was easier for me to go in upside down and then to work my way to the top. So this gets 2 presses of 320 degrees at 30 seconds each. So a hoodie comes with extra pieces than your typical top, you have a hood, and then you have the strings that come out. So that's why it's very important to have the Teflon pillow, because if you press and these things are in the way, it will leave an indentation on your design. So in order to eliminate that, we just use the pillow and we move these things out of the way when we're pressing. Now we can remove our vinyl and we can see our final product. Absolutely love glitter, especially gold glitter. It looks so nice on the black. It's glistening, it's shiny, and I know that the client is going to absolutely love it, because who doesn't like glitter? Oh, look at my beautiful creation, football mom. She's going to represent at her kids game, at Christian's game, number 24. Wow. Wow. Well, thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe to my page. If you have any questions or comments, don't forget to leave it below for me. And yeah, hope to hear from you guys soon. Love you. And don't forget that whatever you want in your life, it can be created.